Hello again, everybody. It is Tuesday. It is not a Taco Tuesday. Oh, no. It's a Wing Tuesday, as you are about to see here in just a few minutes. This is Pickup Lines, presented by Gamez Law Firm, Integrity Roofing and Siding, and the Sabinal Group. We are inside the all-electric Lexus RZ 450E, courtesy of North Park Lexus of San Antonio and North Park Lexus at Dominion, and a man who can appreciate a nice car. You've worked very hard for what you've gotten. You worked very hard for what you have, including your car. Is Dwayne Price, the Wayne in Wayne's Wings. And right off the top, first of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm a big fan of your food and your story. I want to get one thing just straight off the top here. Is it Wayne or is it Dwayne with a D?
It's legal name Dwayne.
To not name your restaurant Dwayne's Wings.
No. Well, a couple people used to call me Wayne. My nickname was Wayne. So, when it was time to do the thing, one of my friends said, "Hey, why don't you call it Wayne's Wings?" And I said, that sounds good, but it's too much Waynes, so I took off one of the Waynes.
Too much alliteration.
Yeah. And just kept it Wayne's Wings, and it kind of had a little twist like Wayne's World.
Yes.
So I said, I love it. Let's go with it.
So it'll be like Wayne's Wings, Wayne's Wings. People who know Wayne's World will know that, get that reference and everything.
Right.
Garth and, I can't remember, Mike Myers and Dana Carvey, the Saturday Night Live characters and everything. But you're in the business of wings. You have two locations at the moment. We're here in the Helotes area. Your Bandera 1604 is right over there. And the other day, I was at your other location. Is that on Walsham, right?
Yes, 4453 Walsham Road.
Okay. And soon, those two locations will be joined by another one?
Yes, we're actively working on a third location on Culebra Road, 7870 Culebra Road.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Let me ask you this: from obviously I've never run a restaurant. When you know you're going to expand and you've got the vast expanse of real estate that is San Antonio and Bexar County, how do you decide that Culebra or that side of town is the place to put your third location?
So my demographics, I'm trying to cover the whole city. So I have one at the tip. Up there by the airport, the 4453 Walsham.
Yeah.
Then the Bandera is more like the northwest side.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go a little further south over there, so Culebra's close to the south, Lackland area. So
our friends on the south side don't have to drive all the way up here. They got it's just more convenient for them.
Right.
I get it. I get it. By the way, spoiler alert, Wayne has brought some product here for us. He's got some styrofoam containers. I have not seen what is in the containers yet. So we will have a live, I'm presuming it's wings. We'll have a live Wayne's Wings reveal. Try saying that 5 times fast. Wayne's Wings reveal coming up here in just a little bit on Pickup Lines. Let's go back because you have been cooking. You've been in the kitchen for a long time, not necessarily wings all the time, but where did you grow up and when was your first taste, if you will, of being in a kitchen?
Oh, God, that's a good one. I grew up in New Jersey, right outside of Fort Dix, New Jersey.
Okay.
And when I was around 16, one of my first jobs was working on Fort Dix, cooking for the troops. Well, I was actually a dishwasher when I started.
Okay.
But that's where I learned most of my skills and working in the kitchen, learning how to deal with the heat and then dealing with the pressure. We were cooking for 800 people per meal, So
you were not in the military, but you worked. Fort Dix is like a military installation.
Yeah, it's just like Lackland.
Okay.
And I was just a civil service employee out there. And,
a lot of hungry servicemen and women.
Yes.
Every single day. And I mean, the wing traces its roots back to that part of the country, right? I mean, Buffalo.
Yeah. Buffalo, New York.
Right, not too far from Jersey where you were. So you're in the kitchen. What was your specialty, or what are you making at 16? I mean, you said you're washing dishes, but when you start making food and dishes, what are you?
It was awesome because a lot of my friends worked there with me, So we would pick dishes and compete on who made the best.
Okay.
So naturally, fried chicken was one of my favorite competitions, and I would usually win.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's where I learned like to compete, like, you know, to drive to like make the best of the best. So working with my friends in there and just compete. We competed at everything. We would stick our hands in hot water and see who could keep
Wait a minute. This is it's like a reality show before reality TV was even a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you took it very seriously. You're very competitive.
A lot of fun.
You didn't hurt yourself though or anything. Hopefully not.
No. Not on purpose.
Okay. So how long? When did you leave Jersey, and how ultimately did you get to San Antonio?
Well, I was in Jersey, you know, most of my life. I grew up there until I was 30. Right before I came to San Antonio, though, I did go to culinary art school.
Okay.
One of my jobs sent me there, and did 2 years culinary arts, and then I came out, and then that's when I was like really hungry for something in the food industry. So I was working, helping a couple companies open up, macaroni grill, cheesecake factories, and then I moved to Texas.
Okay.
When I moved here, I started out same thing. I was working for the Hyatt Hill Country Resort.
Okay.
I was working on Lackland, helping out and everything, and just been in the food industry for years.
Bouncing around, doing your thing. At some point, you decide, wait, San Antonio is where I'm going to lay some roots down. I like it here. It's not as cold as it is in Jersey in the winter.
Yes.
How did that happen? And then take me to where you ultimately decided to go and venture out on your own.
Okay, yeah. So what brought me to San Antonio, my brother, he was married to a military lady, and her name's Bernice. And they were stationed here. They were in England. When they came back, they were stationed here. And I miss my brother so much. I said, you know, wherever you land, I'm coming.
Really? Okay.
So he landed here in San Antonio, and I was like, all right, I'm on my way. And pretty much quit my job and everything, came here. And when I landed here, I still remember it was like 30 degrees in New Jersey.
Right.
When I got here, it was 72 degrees. And that's when I made my decision.
Throw your ice scraper away and your heavy winter coat and all that stuff.
Yes.
Every once in a while you need it here, as you know. But Northeast. I have family that live up there, and I hear enough horror stories about shoveling snow and scraping ice off of cars and stuff.
It's
like that.
rough. You can learn to live with it and deal with it, but I don't think you'll ever learn to love it.
Yeah.
Like the cold weather.
Yeah. So my buddy Richard Delgado, who served our country, says serving the troops and everything. Your experience working at Fort Dix and interacting with the military and everything, and now you're here in Military City, USA. How rewarding, how satisfying was that?
It was wonderful. I mean, the city is so supportive. And nice, clean. Everybody is it's just a wonderful city. San Antonio is just wonderful, beautiful people, nice, you know, friendly. I couldn't have landed in a better place. This was.
And we like our food, right?
Yes.
It's like a gastronomy. Is that what they call it? You know, we're like a food city. We're getting better at becoming known for the culinary scene here in town. So, take me to that point where you're doing your thing and you decide Wayne's Wings. The idea is born. The idea to go out and on your own, do your own business, your own recipes, all that stuff. How did that happen?
It was a little bit of a push from my father. So he was going through some things in his life. The doctor told him he had 6 months to live.
Ugh.
I had no idea, but he came down and paid me a visit, and he had a talk with me. He kept asking me, you know, what was I doing with my life? Was I following my dreams, or was I just living? And I almost felt offended because I was working hard. I was doing everything that I thought was right, but I wasn't really chasing my dreams.
So what year is this?
This was in 2008.
So 15, 16 years ago.
Right.
So Dad's here. You guys are having a come to Jesus meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you felt kind of borderline insulted by that.
Right.
But then he kind of breaks through.
Right. Well, he goes back home.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell me. He goes back home. And, you know, eventually he passes. And I go home, and my neighbor comes out, and he's talking to me. And he was telling me that my dad telling me the information that my dad knew he had 6 months, and he came down there to pretty much tell me to live for my dreams. You know, go for your dreams and stop just settling. So when I got that message, I came back, running. I just came back, put in my notices to quit my jobs, and just put in, I knew I didn't have enough money for a restaurant then, so I built a little food truck and just started out with the intentions of never giving up.
I remember the food truck early on, and I don't know if there was like a food truck craze or a phase, and maybe it's still going on here in San Antonio. There's so many great ones, but you're one of the earlier memories I have of a food truck in San Antonio.
Yeah, when I started, I can't say it was tough. It was a lot of people weren't used to coming up to the food trucks. They were used to getting tacos. Right. So some people would come up and say, wings, what? And, I say, well, hey, give us a try and tell us what you think. Right. And that's all it took. Once they took a bite, they were hooked.
Well, listen, and I remember having a similar situation when I tried it the first time, too. The one thing that I was always struck when I had Wayne's Wings for the first time was, they taste amazing, and the breading and everything I really like. But they look like little pieces of art. Like the wings, the way you dress them and you garnish them, and the sauces and the drizzles and everything. You open up the box and it's like, whoa. It's like a presentation.
Right. Well, that all comes back from my time in school and working with different chefs. And I remember a lot of my chefs would say, presentation is key. Right. We all eat with our eyes, so you want it to look good and taste good. Yeah.
No, listen, I've eaten many things with my eyes. And and in a few minutes, I think I might eat some more things with my eyes here. We should mention the website, wayneswingssa.com. So there's the essay on there, wayneswingssa.com. 2 locations here in the Helotes area, 1604 Bandera, the Walsham location, and coming soon to our friends along Culebra. Do you have a date set for that yet?
No, right now we're still dealing with some of the permitting
red tape.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. So we'll have to come see you when that's ready to go. But a 3rd location is in the works.
Hopefully within 2 months. I'm projecting within the next 2 months. Okay,
very good, very good. In time for the holidays and everything. So the food truck is going. 2011. It's going and everything. At what point did it take off enough to where you said, all right, we got to do a brick and mortar now?
Okay. We went to at that time, people were requesting us to come park outside of their bars, their clubs, and so on. So this one bar asked us to come park out there one night. So we went out there, and I say we got about 30 to 40 customers. The bar that night got about 15 customers max. Right. So the owner said, hey, man, he came out and said, hey, why don't we join forces? Yeah. You get them to come inside the bar to get the wings. While they're in there waiting for their wings, they can have a drink. So I said, that sounds good. And we did it, and it was one of the best things ever because it made us more stationary. Mm-hmm. So people knew where to find us, and we weren't moving. You weren't a moving target anymore. Right.
Okay. Right. And then you got your taste of kind of, like you said, a brick and mortar stationary place where you could do your thing and not worry about having to drive here and there.
Yeah, and
focus on the wings.
And then it was like after about a year, I'll say, it was a line out the door like every other day. So when I started seeing that, I said, okay, we need our own place.
It's time.
Yes.
How many flavors did you start with at the beginning?
We started out with 5. Mm-hmm. We had the 5 basic flavors. We had regular country fried. Okay. We had spicy fried. We have lemon pepper. And then we have the buffalo and barbecue. 5 basic flavors. Yeah. And what ended up happening, one of our customers...
Look, I'm looking at my lips. I'm sorry. I'm just looking... I didn't do that on purpose, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, one of our customers one day said, I like your barbecue and I like your lemon pepper. Right. Why don't you just put it together?
Mash them up.
Yeah, and we'll see what it tastes like. So I said, sure,
But you were reluctant at first, right? When you heard that?
I was like, you know what? If you don't like it, you're not going to get a refund. But, Yeah, I was a little like, you know, but it ended up like after he took a bite and I saw the look on his face, and then he said, "Here, try one."
Right.
And I took a bite. I mean, right then I started feeling like things going off. Like I tasted the sweetness in my mouth.
Right.
The lemon pepper, the twang in that, and it just started
slapped around from different directions.
all these different flavors, and I was like, wow. When that happened, right then I knew that's what I want to do. I want to come up with flavors that's gonna, when people bite into them, it's just gonna like sock them in the jaw.
I do feel like people in various industries that have succeeded over the years have that ability to evolve to where you're not going to sit there and say, no, it's going to be these 5 flavors and that's it. And I'm not, that you would allow just an ordinary customer to come in and potentially influence you enough to where you could change your menu or add to your menu.
Yeah. I mean, part of it too, a lot of like, I guess they're quotes I'll say. I stick by a lot of them. You know, customers, we live from our customers. I mean, we're nothing without our customers. The customer's always right. So putting the customer first is one of our main priorities.
Yeah, I walked into the restaurant a little while ago, and I'm not making this up. I walked in, the man was literally mopping the floor. Like you yourself, the owner of the restaurant was mopping the floor. Which to me, I mean, it speaks to me to say like, you take a lot of pride in it, and that mopping, you're not above mopping the floor in the middle of a Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was impressive to me.
Yes. I'm hands-on. I like for my employees to know that, too, that I'm hands-on. You know, we're all there for the customer.
Right.
So if I see something wrong, you know, I'm going to attack it right away, and I want my employees to have that same attitude. So I'm always like jumping in there, working, helping them out, letting them know, hey, I'm here.
I think too, it's important to remember your roots. I mean, you said you started out as a dishwasher. You worked at McDonald's too, didn't you?
Yes.
And in your teens?
I worked at McDonald's. I even did bag groceries. I mean,
back in the day.
Yeah.
And you always wanted to pursue something in the culinary or hospitality.
In the food industry. Yeah. Well, what really did it for me, I remember I was watching a food show.
Right.
And it was about a chef. He was in Philadelphia. I don't remember his name, but he had a 5-star restaurant. And they was doing a little special on him. And it just blew me away how passionate he was about not only his restaurant, but down to the dishes that he made, down to the ingredients that he used.
Right.
And, you know, he said how he would get up 4 a.m. He would go down to the market and pick out his own vegetables and pick out all his stuff that he's going to use, his ingredients. And just, you know, just hearing that and seeing his happiness in what he was doing. It didn't matter. The money, you know, I figured it's a 5-star restaurant. He's making money. But to him, it was nothing. It was nothing about the money. It was all about the food, the restaurant, the customers, the quality. And I said, that's what I want to do.
I love it. Well, let's get to the product here, because I've had enough smelling here. The car, by the way, smells amazing. I haven't, pardon my reach here, but I haven't seen what's, this is, by the way, this is Dwayne Price, the owner, the founder, the Wayne in Wayne's Wings. Yes. You have the obligatory roll of paper towels, which you must have.
Yes.
And we have, I have the bottle of water here. You've got a couple of styrofoam containers. I have not seen what's inside yet. Okay. But it's,
oh man, I brought some goodies today for you.
Okay, so, here we go.
Here is
Holy Toledo.
The Philly cheesesteak. So I'm gonna start out with this, not the wings.
Let me give this a proper camera attention so they can see what we're seeing here.
That we also do a killer Philly cheesesteak.
Gosh,
New Jersey.
I was gonna say you're from that part of the country, so I would imagine the cheesesteak, and so that's on the left here. Well.
You smell that?
I can't even talk.
Wow.
And then are those like potato wedges or what do you got there?
What that is, yes, those are our fries. We serve potato wedges, but what we also do is season up our potato wedges with any of the flavors that you can get on your wings. So that is the Godfather.
My wife, by the way, said that's her favorite, the Godfather.
Which is the Alfredo sauce and Parmesan cheese.
This is for my wife.
Yes.
Oh! I'm telling you, man. Holy Toledo. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So the Philly cheesesteak is here and everything. So you sell a good amount of Philly cheesesteak sandwiches?
Yes, and we also did a twist to the Philly cheesesteak. Instead of we put them on the French fries as well, so you can get Philly cheesesteak French fries.
That shredded beef or that. Oh my God.
With
the onions and the peppers,
mushrooms, and we also add jalapenos, and we use nacho cheese on those.
I'm tempted to lick the container so that I can keep it. Okay.
It's grumbling.
Wait, Wayne? Yeah, seriously. We'll apologize in advance if you hear us making any noises. Our stomachs are growling. Okay. So, next container, sir. What do we have?
Okay, this is the container. Now, this one is some wings. I got some wings, some different flavors. And then we started doing shrimp.
Oh, there! I smell that. That just came in here. Let me give this full second. I don't want to knock over the microphone here. This is important. This is precious cargo. All right. So from left to right, we'll start on the bottom here. This is the shrimp. Right here, fried shrimp, right? And then we go clockwise. Up top here.
That's the Roxy. That's a ranch and sweet mustard mix.
Toledo. And then right here.
That's the Texas honey bee. It's a sweet and sour sauce. We put honey, brown sugar, pepper flakes.
Okay, and then last but not least
is the Jacob srirachas. So that's made with a sriracha sauce. We sweeten it up with some brown sugar. We add some lime juice to it, and then we let it cool, and then we add some cilantro.
It's not right. Ian, I must have some for quality control purposes, Wayne.
Absolutely. Now that's a dipping sauce. There is for the shrimp. If you want to dip them in, that's a buffalo ranch. Which is,
I love cilantro, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Let me give this back to you before I spill it all over my car. which would not be a terrible thing, by the way. I have never had a wing like this in my entire life. This is fantastic with the cilantro. And I wouldn't think to put cilantro on a drumette or a wing. But it works.
Yeah. Well, we have a few flavors that we tried to put in like, so we tried to make them for San Antonio.
Yeah.
So this is one of the flavors that we wanted to come up. We wanted to have cilantro, some lime juice in it for that.
All the things that I love, but I would never have thought to put this on. You're like a mad scientist in the kitchen sometimes, just like experimenting with flavors and combinations.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't mind me, by the way. We're just live here on Facebook, and the shrimp too. I didn't even get to the shrimp.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig in one. These are my favorite.
Have you not eaten today?
These are my favorite.
The breading, I tell people, because there's a number of wing places in town. I think we know some of the names, but I think really what separates you, at least for me, is the breading. And then how does it get back to the quality and just kind of the attention to detail in terms of how you separate from the corporate wing places that we all know about out there? How do you do that?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say a few things, but one, they toss their wings in the bowl. We take time, we dress our wings. We take time and pride in them.
So you don't have any giant metal aluminum bowls in your kitchen?
No, we don't do that. Another thing is the quality of the chicken. So we buy chicken that has no added hormones, farm raised, extra jumbo.
Those are good size. Those are good size.
Meaty. They got some meat.
How late are you open today, by the way? Because somebody might see this and say, you know what? Dinner is going to be Wayne's Wings.
We're open till 8 o'clock.
Fantastic.
Monday to Thursday.
Okay.
Fridays and Saturdays, we open at 10:30 till 9 p.m.
Wayne'sWingsSA.com. Is there a particular day of the week, month of the year that you sell more wings than normal?
Super Bowl.
Okay, well that's
Super Bowl.
Kind of a silly question, I guess.
It's our biggest day of the year, every year.
Any idea how many wings you go through that day?
Ooh, I know last year we did about 5,000.
pounds of
Yeah.
wings. You don't. Do you even watch the game?
No, we're too busy.
You're busy and tired.
By that time, we're like cleaning up. Everybody's like, "Oh man,"
Yeah.
Getting over the rush because before the game is when everybody's coming to pick them up. I mean,
that's insane. Well, now you know Super Bowl in February and everything. You've got the wings. What do you do for fun when you're not? I mean, how do you unwind and get away from wings for a little while? What do you like to do?
You know what? It's family. I have a son. He's 8 years old. My girl, Roxy, she's my partner in this. She helped me grow this to where it's at. So, shout her out.
Awesome.
And just spend a lot of time with them. Go out. We've been doing nature stuff lately. So, fishing.
Getting outdoors?
Yeah, stuff
well, it's
like
not
that.
115 degrees. I mean, it's been a pretty mild summer, relatively speaking. So, you can get out and we've had a lot of rain and everything. So, awesome.
Can I mention one thing?
You mention whatever you want. Yes, sir.
I just wanted to mention, I just want to say thank you to San Antonio for voting for us. We just won Best Wings in San Antonio last week. So
I noticed the walls at both of your locations are lined with plaques, Yelp awards and in the local magazine or top this or first place this and everything. So that's got to make you feel really good. Well, it does make you. I mean, I can see it does.
Very, very honored.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very grateful.
Okay.
Yes.
Anything else you're going to add to the menu, or would you like to make any news here or unveil anything here?
Just the main thing is just keep an eye out, keep an ear out.
Yeah.
For the Culebra locations opening coming soon.
Well, those people over there on that side of town are in for a real treat if they haven't already tried it out. It's fantastic stuff. Wayne's Wings, the two locations again here in the Helotes area, 1604. It's the Mega HEB Plus is like literally right behind us because Wayne's Restaurant. I can't even say that. Wayne's Wings Restaurant is right behind us here, and then the Walsham location, wayneswingssa.com. I'd like to say I've followed you ever since the food truck days. I remember when you were just getting started out, and I'm just so thrilled that you've been able to grow this thing and continue to grow it, and the quality has always remained the same and everything. And you're just the guys in there mopping the floor and everything, and that stuff that does not go unnoticed by me. So I applaud you, and I wish you all the best moving forward.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having me. I'm very grateful to be here.
Indeed. All right, now I'm in a wing coma, but that's a good thing. All right. Good to see you, sir. Thank you. All the best. All right. Even if we have a little sauce on our hands,
thank you,
never stopped us from a handshake. There he is, Dwayne Price, the Wayne in Wayne's Wings. And that's another episode of Pickup Lines presented by Gamez Law Firm, Integrity Roofing and Siding, and the Sabinal Group. We'll be back again very soon as I recover from this food coma that I'm in. But at any rate, see, I can't even talk. Have a great day. We'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.